What up, Dokkanners? Hopefully you guys are all done with your summons for the Majin Vegeta banner. It has been a very brutal time for a lot of Dokkanners. It is now time to recover, relax, and rest until the next summoning session, whenever that is. So let's take a look at some of the things that you guys can be doing in the meantime. I like to do these for every single campaign where I talk about some of the events that can provide free-to-play resources, items, training locations, Zenny, KAIS, those types of things. A lot of you guys have been asking for this recently too, which I do appreciate. A lot of new players are watching my videos. A lot of free-to-play players like to check out my videos and see what they can farm out because I like to Dokkan responsibly. Sure, a lot of people call me a whale. I spend a lot of money on the game, sure, but I also like to farm out as much as I can to be fully ready for anything. I've got 344 extra KAIS sitting in my box, and I've got a whole bunch of Zenny as well. Anytime I need to use these units or these resources, I can. I haven't had to, but I could if I want to. And that is the sort of situation that I want you guys to also be able to have. That way, if you come across a unit that is so incredibly annoying to farm out, you can simply just say, you know what? I've worked hard. I'm going to stop for a change. I'm just going to use some of the hard-earned KAIS that I've just been having sit in my box. That's the point. So let's jump in and take a look at the events that are available during this campaign. We'll start off with the most important one, which is the Kai farming. If you guys want to get KAIS, you want to be doing certain story events that can provide those KAIS for you. In this particular campaign, there are not too many KAIS that can be farmed out. I feel like I'm going to be saying this from now on, ever since that one campaign that we had, where 27 KAIS were available in one campaign. That was the craziest campaign we've ever had. I think that was either the worldwide download or the 6-year anniversary for global. 27 KAIS were available completely free, which I made a whole chart on. People had a lot of fun running those events and getting all those KAIS and saving a bunch of money because you have to spend money to get those KAIS through other means. I can't tell you guys how many times I spent on these stupid banners. It's shameful how much I spent on these KAIS. If I went back and found out the amount, I would be really, really upset. So do whatever KAI farming you can. It is worth it. And especially since you've got auto now, it's not nearly as punishing. This is the event that you can do it. The Evil Revived Most Fearsome Majin. In this particular campaign, only 4 KAIS are purchasable from this event. So you would basically jump in, farm out the Gourmet Chocolates on Stage 5, which is very easy to do, by the way, because there is a very healthy section full of Majin Buu Saga characters that are free to play. Most specifically, L are free to play. So you can easily get this done. And when you do, you can go to the Baba Shop and you can use those chocolates to not only buy KAIS, you can buy 4 KAIS, 2 here for 15 a pop, 2 here for 20 a pop. That means 70 chocolates are needed to buy all 4. Then you can farm out free-to-play units right here. And a couple pointers. Number 1, this STR Goten can boost the super attack of the Tech Goten that becomes the Gifted Warrior support unit. If you guys have Super Saiyan Goten, the Goten in that that school outfit, that is a very useful unit to farm out. Goku Angel, I don't know if there's actually any like noteworthy unit that requires the boosting super attack. I don't know. If there is, just literally try to train the unit and you'll see if another unit has the same name that pops up. But the most important one is the Gohan Teen. This unit can be farmed out 9 copies very easily. This costs you less than half it would cost to buy 1 Elder Kai, and with that, you can farm the super attack out for your Tech Ultimate Gohan completely free. If you're a new player and you don't have the Tech Ultimate Gohan, that is one of the best units in the entire game, Dokkan Fest TURs, and it is highly recommended that the second you are able to pull that unit, whenever you do, you can boost a super attack to max and actually run the unit and enjoy. So a free super attack 10 is here if you spend the time to actually farm out the chocolates. Only 9 more chocolates. So 79 chocolates in total, and even more if you want to get medals, hourglass medals, Zenny. There's a whole bunch of stuff here for free-to-play units or free-to-play players to actually enjoy. So take the time to do it. Since it's now automated, you can actually run through these events on auto. It's not as bad of a task to do as opposed to what it used to be before. Because before, that would mean you would actually have to manually go through each and every time. That's no fun. So I get that. So if you guys don't want to do that one and you want to do some other events, let's take a look at some of the other events that are available. Obviously, the number one thing is going to be the LR attraction, the newest, biggest, baddest free-to-play LR EZA on global. This unit is unfortunately kind of a headache. This unit is pretty annoying to have to farm out. I've never seen such horrific drop rates on an event before. Let's actually go over to the Dokkan Wiki and take a look here. So in this event, you have to farm out an LR completely free. I mean, you could. To get this unit to LR SA 25, you are going to have to put in quite a number of runs to actually do this. If you guys don't know, when it comes to LR grinding, if you're doing this the completely free-to-play way, how this works is you would have to farm out 2 to 3 different copies of this LR, because at most, you can only boost the super attack of a unit to SA10. You cannot boost a super attack to 20 in one go. You'd have to combine units together. So if you have 2 LRs with SA10, you would combine them together to give you an LR with SA20. That is typically how you would do it. Since this unit has an EZA available, that means an extra 5 can be added to the super attack, which means a third LR has to be farmed out. LR SA10, LR SA10, and LR SA20, or LR SA5. So if you want to farm out all 3 LRs, here's what you have to deal with. You have to farm out 29 copies of this guy. You have to farm out this many medals 3 times, because you have to awaken 3 separate SSRs. So 30 times 3 is 90 medals. Then you have to farm out these 50 medals 3 different times. So you have to get 150 of the medals from stage 3 or stage 2. You have to get 90 of the medals from stage 1 and 29 copies of the SSR. That is a lot. Now, again, you can automate through this whole thing by simply having your auto map and auto battle take place. But the other problem is the drop rates. The drop rates are horrendous. You are going to have a very tough time getting all of these medals consistently. The 0 to 1 is so stupid. I hate that there's a 0 here, because more often than not, I have been getting 0s. Now, that could just be me. I could be getting very unlucky, but some of you guys can also agree it's been pretty punishing, because I've seen some stuff on Twitter. I didn't believe it at first. I even asked my boy Mass Ning, and I was like, is this really that bad? And everybody just let loose. They were just like, yeah, it's pretty bad. So this is going to be one of those situations, folks, where if you guys have been responsibly dokkanning for a while, I would encourage you to actually use some of those KAIS that you've stocked up, because I wouldn't want to have to put people through a 3-day process, 3-4 week process, a 100-year process of getting this guy completely juiced up for fully free. That's just, that doesn't seem like, it seems more unpleasant than it does responsible. But again, it's up to you. If you have better luck, then I would say take full advantage of it, but it is entirely up to you. A couple more notable story events that are available right now during this Saiyan Day celebration. The Fight Against Despair. This stage is particularly useful for me because on level 2, I can farm out the 150G Gravity Chamber. This is an extremely useful tool for me to boost the super attack, or not the super attack, but to train my units. And I actually use this more than any other training location in the entire game. It has a built-in, is it super success? I believe it has a built-in super success multiplier, which basically enhances your training, and it allows you to do so with less of a risk, and it also more consistently utilizes less resources in general to boost your units' levels overall. So if you guys have the time and you have a decent Future Saga library, bring a bunch of Future Saga units into level 2 and farm this out. You'll get a decent amount per run. I think I get like 3 or 4 per run, which is going to save you a lot of time. And I actually am due for another run at this stage, which I will be doing probably during the Saiyan Day celebration. So go do that. Plus, a whole bunch of free-to-play units to farm out here. 2 free-to-play amazing units, the 17 and 18 with their EZAs. They are incredibly good. Very good for Infinite Dragon Ball History and Legendary Goku Vegeta events. So a lot of things to offer in this particular event. And then to farm out Zenny. Now, when it comes to farming out Zenny, a lot of people have asked me what's the quickest and best way to do it. I've always found the best way to do it is to do EZA fights. But I am a whale. I spend a lot of money on the game. I have a ton of units ready to go to do that. Some of you guys might not be. Some of you guys might be new. You may not have a strong enough team to take on EZAs. So once in a while, these sort of stages will come by that will kind of help you get those Zenny counts back up. And this stage, level 9, will do that for you. So this is called Turbulent Start World Tournament Reborn. In here, you can farm out 2 free-to-play units that are also pretty good. And then on level 9, you can fight Android 18 and get one of these or all of them on your runs. I've actually had, I did a couple runs just to test it out before I made this video, and I think I did 3 runs. In one of them, I got a gold statue. For the most part, I got silvers and bronze, which gives you 250,000 Zenny for the bronze. This gives you 500,000 for the silver. The gold gives you 1 million Zenny. So if you, let's just say on average, you get 3 statues every single run. If you can get one of each, that is basically 1.75 million, almost 2 million Zenny per run. That's pretty good. So if you guys have a couple 100 pieces of stamina to run through, just go through this, automatically do it. It takes no time at all. There's literally like 8 steps on the map. It doesn't take you a whole lot of time to actually traverse the map. So you would be able to quickly farm out this Zenny count pretty high. So this is going to be your go-to Zenny spot for this current celebration. And then after that, there are just other events that you guys should be doing with a lot of free-to-play representation. There is an immense damaging multiplying unit on the final battle stage, this one right here. The Int Goku, Super Saiyan 3, can do immense damage. I don't think we've ever seen another unit that can do that on the free-to-play side. One of the best free-to-play defensive units in the game is the Hercule and Buu, a must-have for any Majin Buu Saga team, honestly. Even on the summonable side, this unit is actually very good. So a lot of events that can give you some free-to-play units, but definitely do that. And then the last thing that I want to talk about, this one's not urgent. This is just something that I think you guys should have in the back of your mind moving forward, because now that we've got Super Strikes getting renewals, this is going to become a thing that is going to be very much favored for free-to-play and new players. Super Strike units are old, ancient, useless units that really didn't do much other than simply occupy space for certain types of events. Now, back in the day, they were more effective, but now they have aged so tremendously that they are beyond useless. This is a Super Strike Mighty Mask, and this is the final form of the unit. You would never want to run this guy. But now they have started what is known as a Super Strike Renewal. In the Super Strike Renewal, you can basically take that SSR Mighty Mask and give him a facelift. Give him a TUR and an EZA, and most importantly, an SA level 20. When you have an SA level 20 unit with a supreme damaging multiplier, that is basically immense damage. So this is now going to be a new source of immense damaging free-to-play units for players to use and take advantage of when they all get their awakenings. JP has currently been given 2, Mighty Mask and Android 16. Neither one has released on global, but eventually we will get these. Probably the first one will be dropping during the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu Dokkan Festival celebration. In there, you're going to want to farm out the Mighty Mask, but you can do this already ahead of time by farming out the units' necessary copies right now. Get that SA5 dupe ready to go. Get the medals needed to get this unit awakened to the SSR level. You can do that stuff slowly. These events are available daily. Not every single unit is available daily, but Super Strikes are available on the daily during the week. And then on the weekends, I believe they give you clusters of Super Strikes. So if you guys don't want to be doing the entire thing from start to finish, you could always just do a couple of runs here and there and slowly get your units together. There's no rush. You've got plenty of time. It's not the most game-breaking units to have, but it is useful for free-to-play and new players. So that is pretty much it for a little look and rundown of the campaign events that are available during the Saiyan Day celebration. I highly recommend you guys take the time to go through every single one of these if you're new. Bunch of free-to-play units that are very good, especially when they get their EZAs, they're even better. It is absolutely worth taking the time to do this because these two units, I'm telling you guys, these two categories, the Bardock and Ginyu Force teams, are definitely meta. They are absolutely meta teams that are going to be useful for you guys on key events. Maybe not the entire squad, but there are going to be certain units that are going to be so perfect for certain events, you're going to be like, man, I actually really like this category now. That's literally why I love the Ginyu Force. Those units are so good now that I can throw them on other teams for other events, and they destroy. They're so good. So make sure to farm all of them out. Being a responsible Dokkaner is a lifestyle, and it is definitely a rewarding one. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what are some of the events that you guys have farmed out so far during the Saiyan Day celebration? How many KAIS do you have stored up in your box? And what is your Zenny count looking like? Have you been farming out some Zenny? Are you at maximum? Are you struggling to keep up with the demand of all the units that are available? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.